let's move to Kansas City. And Kansas City kind of did the same thing, right? They blew up some of their line that was just it got bit by the injury bug last year.
Hmm.
Okay, and then losing Eric Fisher, and then going into the Super Bowl, they didn't have an answer for that D line of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and so they needed help. So going and getting Tooney, paying a good price for Tooney, but he's worth it. And then you get Kyle Long back out of retirement. So they made the moves right to whatever they lost, they recouped and they helped build it back. Probably still needs a little bit of work, but it's better than it was before.
Hmm.
Um, so with that move, they still need help at receiver. I think Kansas City still needs more work though. Like I look at it and I'm like, all right, this obviously isn't the final result. We still got the draft and everything like that.
Hmm.
Um, but Kansas City just made a couple moves and that was it. I mean, cap space and everything, understand trying to stay under the cap and trying to reconstruct some contracts. But Kansas City definitely needs some more moves, and they definitely need another receiver after losing Sammy Watkins. Don't get me wrong, I like McCole Hardman, but you still need somebody else.
Yeah, I agree. Obviously picking up Joe Tooney, that's a big one. Uh, Seeing as they got rid of Schwartz, and then they got rid of Eric Fisher, so picking up Tooney was definitely a big plus. I think I can honestly sit here and say that that's actually better than what they had. And then you pick up then you pick up Kyle Long, and Kyle Long again, another guy that really has some miles on him. He came out of retirement. Um, I just think it's going to be interesting to see how this O line operates now. You know, again, these guys are veterans. These guys have been in the game. Kyle Long's been in the game. He got a couple rings, I want to say.
Cal Long, I don't think he has any.
Does he?
I don't think he has
Oh
any.
no, you know I'm thinking about his brother.
You think about Chris?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's who I'm thinking about, his brother.
Yeah.
Um, but at the end of the day, he has some years on him, and I think that type of experience will go a long way. And he's a big body, you know what I mean? And it's just going to be interesting to see. And this is something that they needed big time. Patrick Mahomes was not looking like Patrick Mahomes before. Like this past year, he was. It looked like a lot of the games he was running for his life
Yeah.
because he wasn't getting the protection that he needed.
Right.
And I said this in the video that we did when I was talking about Lamar Jackson. The same thing goes for Patrick Mahomes. You want to be able to let him run when he wants to run. This isn't about you can't keep getting him on the run, letting him get on the run. You want to be able to do it when it's designed. So, with that being said, I really like these picks. I think that they're definitely a plus for sure when it came to their O line. Um, with that, also some of the other picks that I wanted to talk about that Casey did, some of the other additions slash re-signings that they had. Demarcus Robinson is another. He's a receiver, not too bad. Um, and then let's see here. Oh, then we got another tackle that they picked up, Mike Remmers, and then another O line, Andrew Wiley and D end Taco
Charlton.
Charlton.
Yeah.
So, um, and like I said before, uh, they lost one of the running backs too.
He should have been
So,
MVP of the Super Bowl.
which that was interesting,
Should have been MVP of the Super Bowl.
which is super interesting that they didn't re-sign him.
Mhm.
Um,
I mean, you got Hilaire back there, so I mean,
yeah,
he's expendable.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But everything that like you're saying to me, especially with these pickups, they get like a maybe a C plus for me. I mean, Tooney maybe brings it up to like a B minus, but it's not enough. Kansas City. I mean, uh, you guys have to give it a little bit more for your fans. I mean, you don't you owe them because they're your fans, right? It's like you don't want to say like, oh, we don't owe the fans anything. Oh, yes, you do. They're your fans, and they've stuck with you forever. But you got to put this team in position to win and protect your investment of Mahomes. You spent so much money on signing him pretty much for his whole career there. Yeah, protect your investment and let your investment let you see the returns on investment after you protect your investment because he should win a couple more Super Bowls before he starts to slow down and pieces need to get replaced and stuff like that. So um, for me, I'm gonna say maybe B minus C plus. It's not enough. I think they're just treading here, and they got to do a little bit more.
I think for me, I think the proper rating for me would probably be a B. Um, and no more than a B. I agree with you. It seems like they are treading on water, that they're just, you know, just trying to pick up the pieces and just trying to figure it out. But again, we also got to take into consideration that the draft hasn't happened yet, so we don't know what kind of moves they're going to make. But if you are going to make any type of moves, you better get him some weapons besides Tyreek Hill. Um, so also maybe an offensive lineman. Um,
They can go get Kenny Stills. I mean, he's still out there.
yeah,
You can give
yeah.
Kenny Stills a
So
call, or
there's still free agency out there, so it's hard to tell. But as of right now, what they have with what they got, it's a B. That's it. I'm gonna stick with that.